Yes, they have their own
Okay.
indication.
So, Vandana, can you just switch on the recording?
I've done, ma'am.
Yeah.
Just now I've done.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Vandana. So, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I, on behalf of Amity School of Business, invite you all to another panel discussion by our very own students, our alumni. This panel discussion is a part of Diksharam. Diksharam, as we say, is a guide to student induction program, which is done in order to help the new students to adjust and feel comfortable in the new environment, inculcate in them the ethos and culture of the institution, and also to help them build bonds with other students and faculty members. And we also wish to explore them to a sense of larger purpose and self exploration. It also defines their roadmap by seeing their seniors. So the best way to orient the students is to invite our alumni to brief the students on the various aspects. We are extremely happy to have with us a few of our very esteemed alumni. And as we'll move forward in the program, you'll get to know how well established they are in their own fields of business and various other areas. Now, a few words for my dear alumni. I would like to express gratitude towards each and every one of you present here for sparing your precious time. I appreciate all your efforts for joining the session. And I'm sure you don't know me because I joined this institution much later than you. So you are my seniors, I should say. But I have heard a lot about you. You are very fondly talked about by your professors. So, like if we meet in the corridors or if we meet somewhere for a cup of coffee, you are the ones who are discussed in Amity School of Business. And all of them are very proud of you because you hold very good key positions in various organizations, and we really appreciate what all efforts you have done for the development of the society, and thus you have justified the years that you have spent with your alma mater. So, my dear alumni, we welcome you to Amity School of Business on this virtual mode, and we are very, very proud of you that you are here to share your life experiences with our junior batches and to share roadmaps with all of them. We are very proud of you. Ruchi ma'am, I would request you to please say a few words. Uh, you want me to go give your introduction?
No. I think, Ruchika, they can give you my introduction better than you can.
Yes, definitely, ma'am, definitely.
Okay. So, my dear students who are joining us this semester, this year, and our very own alumni, Dr. Anupam Nirvala, a warm welcome to ASP. Thank you for joining, sir. Dr. Anupam Nirvala is Deputy Director Alumni Relations at Amity University, and he's also a professor with Amity School of Business. His area of expertise is marketing. So, sir, we were just beginning with the session with your permission. My dear students and alumni, yes, sir, please.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ruchika, Ruchi Khandelwal ma'am and Dr. Priya for inviting me. Of course, thanks a lot to your HOI of Dr. Khandai, who has, and specifically, I welcome all the alumni today. Of course, I met Praveen in one of the Praveer. I met one of the like seminars. We have met Praveer, and you are doing a great job. Like in your startup, which we have gone through, like when we interacted. I welcome Sachin, Abhishek, Samir, and Raghav on this platform. Welcome on behalf of Amity Fraternity, and very happy to see you like today on this platform, getting in touch with your alma mater. So we want to listen to you, and specifically our current students who want to listen to you, and you are the role models. And of course, you will guide us, our current students, those who have joined, how you have grown up in your life and how you are progressing your startups and those who are working at top organizations. Thank you very much for joining.
Thank
Ruchi,
you so much, sir. Yes,
Ruchi ma'am,
I'll just take.
Samir has
Samir has
also
joined
joined.
us. Yes,
Yes.
Samir has joined us. Samir, I would just request you to please switch on your camera if it's okay. He was traveling. He had just landed home, and he called me from the airport saying that I'll take just some time reaching.
Okay.
So,
Shobna
Samir,
has also,
I think you're
Shobna
here.
has also joined. Raghav, Shobna has also joined.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, so my dear alumni, Dr. Narula has already spoken, and like Ruchika ma'am has been saying, I mean, yes, to me, alumni seems like a very distant word for all of you. I mean, I prefer to still call you by your first names. And like she mentioned, yes, I was just excited at the thought of seeing you. I can't say in person, but yes, it's almost like in person, considering what we are going through from last 2 years almost now. So it was a great, feeling of joy for me to hear you say, yes, you can make it for the session. To each one of you, a very big thank you from the side of my institution and from my personal behalf. I am really proud of who you are today. And, as I look at each one of your faces, I mean, memories flash like a slideshow. I mean, one scene after another, one scene after another. I mean, I don't know if I've shared this with you or not. So, I mean, all these students, I think except Raghav and Samir, all three of them have been very naughty. And I mean, they have troubled me in class at some point or the other. But yes, by the end of it, it became Praveer, I think, was one person I used to rarely look forward to in the class because he would always be jumping with, always opposite things. Ma'am, no, you are wrong. No, this is right. So I just have that memory. And he also happens to be from the first batch that I have taught at Amity. So, I mean, his batch was very different and very special for me always. And with Raghav, Abhishek, and Sachin, I mean, there are so many numerous memories. Samir, thanks for joining. There are so many
Thank you so
numerous
much.
memories that are attached. And I think they are too personal to share on this platform. So I wouldn't like to speak about them too much and wouldn't keep you waiting or wouldn't keep our students waiting. And I once again thank you all for joining us. And I just hope that this bond that we rekindled now will stay again. And we will be in touch in years to come. Thank you so much for joining, all of you.
Okay.
Thank you.
So I hope you could gauge the excitement level of Ruchi ma'am. So we are going to start right away with the panel discussion, and as we all do, we always do it in the order of seniority. So Praveer is going to be our first panelist. Just to talk something about Praveer. Praveer is a pass out of BBA 2001 4 batch, and he has been a serial entrepreneur and has founded several companies. He founded a company called Ideas and Solutions in 2005, which is a retail design and technology company, which works with brands like Apple, Redo, Canon, Microsoft, etc. Then in 2009, he founded a company known as RAN X BHP, which is India's largest motorcycling community and magazine. Then in 2015, he founded a company called as Shout, which is a retail tech company and provides a lot of data solutions for offline retailing. And in 2018, he founded another company called as Kogo, which is an artificial intelligence powered storytelling for road trips. So Praveer, I would like to invite you on this platform and share some experiences and some piece of advice for our young budding managers. Thank you, Praveer.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for having me here. And it's nice to be on a platform where you are the oldest and the first to speak because you passed out first. And in fact, today is a interesting day. I was just messaging few of my batchmates that I'm doing this with Amity today because it marks 20 years of me meeting some of my best friends and friends who I ended up doing a lot of ventures with, right? I run a business with one of my college batchmates from Amity, and it's still going strong. So yeah, emotional day. 20 years is a very long time. seems like a lot has changed. We were used to filling up auditoriums by rushing people in. That's how it used to be. You know, one person would stand outside and call everyone to come in, and then incite them and give them, you know, a lot of lalach to attend certain workshops. This is easier. You can just click a button, put it on mute, and let old people like us speak, and then doze off and watch Netflix on the side. But I don't want to be boring. I don't want to be boring today. I want to thank Ruchi ma'am. You're probably the only known face I've studied from. Like I said, even teachers are younger than you when you're attending an alumni meet. But it's very exciting. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone for having me here. You know a little bit about what I've done since then. I call it a 5-year itch. Every 5 years I get bored and I want to start something else, another passion project, and that's what I pursued in my career. But I've made some notes. I'm a little nervous. I don't do this very often, but I made some notes on what I really want to talk about today. I want to talk from my heart because Amity has an emotional place in my heart, and primarily because of all the fun that we had. Right, I leave the studies on the side. I was a 6.5 CGPA kind of a student, so no brilliance anywhere, right? So we had a lot of fun. We were actually the first batch that started Aura, which is, I think, still continues or doesn't continue, I don't know, but we started the trend of having our own festival at Amity. But let's dive into what I have to communicate and share with all of you today. Well, I want to talk about two things today, right? Two very simple things, right? And two of the most important aspects of our lives and going forward your lives as you take this course up, right? One of the things that I want to talk about, which is not very popular, is failure, right? And all of us are sure to encounter it multiple times in our lives, right? In some form or the other. But no one really talks about how to handle it. In fact, our entire education system is built on looking down on failure, not really building, ecosystems on how to handle failure. And as you come from corporate or campus to corporate, and that's the topic of the day, I won't stick to the topic, but I will talk about something which is very essential in life, in corporate, in business, in a job, in an interview, in everything, and that's failure, right? How to deal with failure, we read a lot of biographies on how to overcome failure, how other people have overcome failure, and that's usually how we learn about how to handle failure. But before I begin to talk about failure, I want to ask a very simple question to all of you. I know you guys are on mute and you can't answer, but you can think about it. What do you think is the opposite of failure? Right? And I will give this a few moments. Everyone seems to think that the opposite of failure is success. My journey through life, through ventures, through projects that I have done, worked with people, has taught me otherwise. I think the opposite of failure is passion. And I will illustrate to you today that the opposite of failure is not what cancels it, but what complements it. Because what complements something helps you with tools to deal with it, right? So, and we need tools to deal with failure, because one thing is for certain, failure is for certain, right? Anything else can be left to chance, but failure is for certain. So for me, for me personally, the opposite of failure is passion, right? Let's illustrate this. Let's take a most popular way of illustrating anything is through a Japanese story. So let's take up a Japanese story, right? And this is about a shogun in Japan in the late 1300s who had a teapot that he really loved, right? And this teapot was flawless. He loved it to death. And one fine occasion, I think there was some special ceremony. He brought the teapot out and they said, we will do a tea ceremony. And someone mishandled it and the teapot broke. As the teapot broke, his heart also broke. I mean, that was something he really, really cherished. And he couldn't see it falling and breaking into pieces. So he said, okay, let's send this across to China to one of the most renowned artists to fix this teapot. And it went. He waited long time. The teapot came back. And he was distraught when he looked at the teapot. He saw the teapot and he just saw some staples, some metal staples where the pieces of the teapot had been put together, and it looked very, very bad. His heart broke. He wanted to find somebody who could really bring back the glory of the teapot. So he found a craftsman, local craftsman he had heard about. The craftsman was also a Zen master who had his own students, and he took the teapot, and what he did was he took the most precious gold dust, melted it, and used the gold dust to put the teapot together and brought it back to the king. When the king saw it, he realized that the teapot now looks even better than it did when it was originally made. And this specific thing started to get known as kintsugi in Japanese, where kin means golden and suki means joining. So how you use this golden piece, this expensive gold, and still preserve what is broken, what has gone through failure. So coming back to our premise of this conversation, we will fail, we will break down, we will feel helpless and hopeless at certain point in time. But what is it? What is that gold dust that puts everything together and brings it together better than before? That gold dust for me is passion. That is why it is the opposite of failure, right? Now, as per the dictionary, a lot of people misunderstand what passion is, right? As per the dictionary, passion is defined as a strongly felt emotion, right? That strongly felt emotion can give you purpose in the smallest of things. The reason for your waking up in the morning, jumping out of bed and wanting to do something interesting is your passion, right? It helps you put your failures together beautifully. Now, we think that passion is only with people who are good in music, who are good at art, who are good at dancing, who have some kind of a talent, are passionate people. I beg to disagree, because I have none of those talents. I've had none of these talents throughout my life. I wish I did, but I don't. But I don't think that stops me from being passionate about things that I do, right? And that's what my life has kind of mirrored. That when you have passion in the smallest of things, the act itself becomes the purpose. So this is, I will repeat this line. When the act of doing something becomes the purpose of doing it, right? Success is not required, because your act, now take simplest things, very small things. This is not big yarn. This is not earth shattering stuff. Very simple things, making a presentation. So Monday you start your classes, you will have to make presentations, and you'll have to stand on the stage and present yourself. Now, there are two ways to make a presentation: saying I'm going to make the best presentation and it will win and it will come first, or say I will just focus on making the best that I can, right? And I'll take it up as a passion project and make a presentation. There are higher chances that even if you don't come first, you'll be so satisfied with the work that you put in that success will not matter, right? So simple things like watching a movie can be a passion project. Going for a walk, giving an interview, right, can be a passion project. So your field of work, whatever you choose to do in life, wherever you choose to work, which now there are so many more opportunities. You can have 2 jobs, you can have 3 jobs now at the same time. You don't need to be restricted by the same constraints that probably we had, right? Where to give an interview to a bank or a financial institution, right? Or join a FMCG company for marketing, or start your own thing. So some of us decided the other way around, and we said we don't have the aptitude to work for anyone else, so we'll probably do something on our own. That's what I essentially wanted to say today, right? That the gold dust that makes your life more beautiful, even when it's broken, and makes it flawless, unbroken teapot, is passion, right? And that will see you through life. It will give you great sleep. It will make you want to get up the next day. It will make you want to create new things. whichever field, whatever you choose to do, right? So don't go after being successful, go after being passionate, and you will be successful. And if you are not, you'll be very, very happy. I personally can say this because I personally love to ride motorcycles. I am in Himachal right now. I moved here during COVID. I run my business from here. Uh, I have a couple of motorcycles. I ride a lot. I have learned only one thing: when you leave in the morning, you don't know the destination you're going to reach. So your journey is so important that it becomes the destination, right? So enjoy yourself, have a great time, uh, and 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 just have a pure blast and love what you do. That's all that I have to say. I wanted to keep this short, and I wanted to keep this open, because I want to be able to let you guys ask me something, right? If in case you have any questions that you can ask me. I've run 3 projects so far, 3 companies so far. 2 of them I've sold. The third one, actually, I'm running 2 right now on the side. Uh, and from starting from marketing and retail, I've now moved into technology full time. I'm running 2 tech companies, uh, because technology gives me the opportunity to create new stuff every day. I can imagine something and then put it out and create it. So anything that you want to know, I'm happy to answer, ma'am. I don't know if this is the time to take questions, but you can decide. And that's all that I had to say. Thank you so much for having me here again. And I want to feel a little less older, so we can chat a little more now. Thank you so
Praveen,
much.
thank you so much, Praveen. It was not short, but it was the most beautiful story I ever heard. We all talk about failures, and when you said what is the opposite of failure, the first thing that came to my mind is also success. We never give it a thought that the opposite of failure could be passion. Praveen, the students can unmute themselves. We have given them this option so that they can interact with them. Yes, Mohammed Bilal Ahmed wants to ask something. Yes, Bilal.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Actually, sir, I want to ask, sir, what challenges did you have to overcome at the beginning of your journey?
Okay. Numerous challenges. I was a 21-year-old running a company, competing with some of the best advertising agencies, experienced advertising agencies out there. So, nobody took you seriously. So, I grew a beard. That's the first thing I did. I grew a beard right out of college, and that took people to take us a little more seriously. And second, I'll again go back to that word. Challenge is when people don't take you seriously, but when they see passion in you, they see resolve and commitment in you. You can do things better and faster than others. Uh, I mean, the challenges go away, but the biggest challenge is to be taken seriously, right? That's the first thing that I faced.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, Bilal. That was a very, indeed, a very good question that you asked. Thank you. Anybody else who have any questions? Ruchi ma'am, you want to say something?
Yes, Praveer, when he started, he was mentioning about a festival that they started. Their batch actually started in the institution. So after a few years, I mean, in fact, I think till Sameer or Raghav's batch also we were having, or Sachin's batch also we were having a by, Aura.
Aura.
But then Aura got merged into the university festival, which was A by F. Okay, so I mean, we still have Aura, but in a different format. We do have festival, but in a different format. And yes, I mean, like Praveer was saying, that passion is something which was actually the key to why they could start that festival in the first place. Because when they saw around, they were at that point of time they were 18, 19 year olds, and right after their first year, they started talking about this, and they said that every university is having this festival, and why don't we start one? And to us it seemed little impractical. I mean, who's going to come to Noida all the way? I mean, from Delhi colleges, why would they come for festival to Noida? They themselves have a plethora of festivals in Delhi University. What new are we going to do? But I still remember that particular day, Praveer, and on that, last day of Aura, I mean, these core team members, I mean, the joy was beyond explanation. We just hugged each other and we didn't know what was happening. So on the last day, we had a star night, and the star night was happening. And then we really thought that, okay, fine, we have really achieved it. So I think it is sheer passion only which can make you dream and which can make you commit yourself to anything that you really wish to get in your life.
डीजी सेट्स वाला है ही है इशू कि कई साइट्स के ऊपर में चाहे कमिश्निंग हो भी गई है, फिर भी डीजी सेट नहीं इंस्टॉल हुए हैं या प्रोसेस चल रहा है काफी टाइम से.
Ruchika, somebody is on. Somebody's speaker was on.
I muted, ma'am. Muted, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah. So, Praveer, thank you so much. That was really something which they never hear or never read from the books. So that came from heart.
Not from a book.
I
This
know.
is from a book of my life.
Yes.
The story
I'm sure you will write it one day so that the more younger generations can read it from there.
Let's hope, ma'am. I really want us to be more accessible in today's world. Create a medium where all of us are either connected or at least more accessible to each other. I mean, today technology makes it possible, and I think after starting Aura, if I can do something to bring all of the entire Amity universe together on a platform, on a digital platform, I'd be very happy to contribute and do that, because I know a lot of challenges can be mitigated because you already know somebody. It's a people world.
I think, Praveer, God just heard you there, because we are already planning that. We are planning to bring the entire Amity universe. I mean, not just Noida campus, not just BBA, but the entire Amity universe. We are planning to bring it on a digital platform where all people can be connected all over the world.
That's wonderful to hear. That would be my anything that I can do to be a part of it or help in building it. Please let me know. I'm available.
Sure.
And again, thank you for having me here. I'll go on mute now.
So the pleasure is all ours. Thank you.
Thank you, Praveer, for being here. अब मैं अपने दूसरे पैनलिस्ट श्री सचिन शर्मा जी को बुलाना चाहूंगी. सचिन शर्मा जी की नियुक्ति वर्ष 2014 में मध्य प्रदेश पुलिस कैडर में की गई थी. वर्तमान में आप सुपरिंटेंडेंट पुलिस छतरपुर के पद पर नियुक्त हैं. अपने कार्यकाल में इनको कई अवार्ड प्राप्त हुए हैं. वर्ष 2016 में उज्जैन में कुंभ मेला आयोजन करने के लिए आपको सिंहस्थ महाकुंभ पुरस्कार से अलंकृत किया गया था. 2020 में आपको कर्मवीर योद्धा पदक दिया गया. एमिटी स्कूल ऑफ बिजनेस में आज हमें बेहद प्रसन्नता है कि आप हमारे साथ हैं. हम चाहते हैं कि आप हमारे युवा विद्यार्थियों का पद प्रदर्शन करने के लिए आएं और अपने कुछ शब्द उनसे कहें. सचिन शर्मा जी.
Good afternoon, respected ma'am and my dear friends. And it is a real honor and privilege that I am talking to anyone from Amity after so long. And formal education, I think after 12, normally college interactions I've never had. Normally we talk to people who are either preparing for the exam, for some competitive exam, particularly UPSC. They seek guidance for clearing the exam like IAS, IPS and IRS. So when I had entered Amity, it is very clear that I wanted to be in these services. I had enrolled in BBA, but I wanted to be in uniform services where I am right now. So in the last semester, that is 6th semester of BBA, I had shifted to Delhi and I had no idea as to how the preparation was to be done. And I had no idea of the syllabus, nothing. And the biggest problem sometimes that comes is you don't know how you have to prepare for things. Normally you have people have someone they know who help them in preparation. When I had gone there, I knew no one. So I was lucky. Thereafter, I had enrolled in Delhi University for my law course. There was a very different atmosphere. People used to prepare for this exam. This exam is believed to be one of the toughest in this country. And the success ratio is really low. and I again had no backup. I had done my law. I would have pursued litigation if I had not cleared this exam. Now from Amity, we've done law, and now I've come to MP. The real issues and challenges after we come in these services, or what we see, is dealing with the society. I head a district that has a population of 30 lakhs and is still in 1970s. And when I say that, the basic idea of our job is to ensure safety and security of all the citizens. Particularly, we are more focused on crime against women and atrocities against the weaker sections, particularly who hail from SC and ST community. The entire state tries its level best to make the society a better place, so that everyone lives in peace and they prosper and their business do well. The two things that I want to talk about here is what is expected of our job and what is expected of people who are now entering the college. Once when you've assumed the role of decision making, any decision that you take is to solve the problems and not be a part of it. There will always be narratives, there will always be ideologies, problems will be complex. Here also, there are issues between people fighting against each other, either on the name of caste or on the religion. But the sole idea of following what is there in the constitution, what is there, whether we go by the belief of secularism, liberalism. So when we have a clear idea as to what needs to be done when we are there on the job, it really helps a lot. And any decision that we take needs to factor in long-term consequences. We cannot be involved in firefighting that if an issue has come up today, we may settle it for today. But unless it has long-term implications, our decisions need to be done in a way that they solve problems. Next, what is expected of us is delivery. Delivery, when I say we don't know what the coming challenges are. People have been talking about COVID in very different forms. They got to stay in homes. They could not attend colleges. They could not do a lot of other things. But the entire district force or police, wherever you've seen, were there on the streets. We were reading Google, we were reading online, we were reading US journals as to how we can prevent against COVID. And every week we had a different strategy. So we sometimes learn more on job than what is there in the book. Every time issues that have come up, either with the internal security or with the external security, or when there are caste conflicts, the thing that is expected of us is delivery and not letting things fall out of order. That is to prevent chaos and keep the institution and everyone intact. Till we are able to deliver what is expected of us, we are seen to be as good officers, good people, and anytime, any mistake sometimes is not acceptable. So when you're there at the decision-making process, you must focus first on knowing all the things. I mean, the field that you're working in can be in the cyberspace, can be in law, can be education. So whatever is there in the field, if you are in the marketing field, you must know everything about it. And if you don't, you should pursue and enhance your skills by continuous training. Apart from this, you also have to build up your communication skills. So if you're doing some good work, this should reach people both at your higher ups and the people for whom you're working. If we're able to do this, we will have a much better job satisfaction And any person who sees us from outside will also have the satisfaction that the chair is occupied by someone in the organization or in the corporate structure who can really deliver. I'll apologize if the discussion had switched from the more of a corporate setup to something that we are doing. When we talk about COVID, particularly, now we have really faint memories. But when we saw huge numbers migrating from one part of the country to another, thousands of miles they walked, and sometimes people like had a saving of 5,000. So they had invested 3,000 in a cycle from Hyderabad to Mirzapur, somewhere close to Banaras. And they cycled that distance, a group of 15, 16 people, and they had no food, they had no logistics. So at a time, you had to stop them from moving also, and they had no means of food, no means of other logistics or communication by which they could reach from one destination to another. So life will always throw up new challenges every day, every week. And apart from what you've learned in the college, apart from the books and training, we also have to learn on the job or what life teaches you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sachin. It was really insightful, and the discussion has not shifted to corporate. That's not true. You are all giving them a roadmap, and everything, every journey is a story in itself. So I really take two very good points out of Sachin's discussion. That one is that always the problems are very complex, and second is let us find a long-term answer to these problems. Their long-term implications need to be done. And yes, we really appreciate our police and all our government machinery for what they did through the COVID. In fact, Sachin, I'll tell you from my heart, I had never seen the government machinery working so hard as they did during the COVID time. And it was really, yes, we were sitting at home, we were more worried कि हम कॉलेज नहीं जा पा रहे या हमें सब्जी नहीं मिल रहेगी या all these things. We were more worried about all these things. But yes, definitely the life was really tough, especially for forces, task forces, police officers, etc. It was really tough. Thank you, Sachin. Thank you
Thank
so much for being here, for sharing your ideas and thoughts. Ruchi
Ruchika,
ma'am?
I would also like to say, Sachin, in fact, when you agreed to come for this session, we did not think that you can give such a good and different perspective to the students. But now, it's feeling so good because, I mean, these are the young generation who's going to be running this country tomorrow. They are going to occupy positions in government or corporate machinery, and they'll be the ones who need to take those decisions, who need to understand that there can be several perspectives to one situation. So I'm really thankful that you spoke about it, because that is also the perspective which these youngsters need to develop. We need to sometimes rise beyond self and think about the larger aspects. So thank you so much, Sachin. It was really nice, really very nice listening to you. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
So Ruchi ma'am, I wanted to invite Samir next, but I think we lost his connection or something. I think he
Yes, I
dropped out.
think so.
So next, I would like to invite Abhishek Khurana. Abhishek is the founder and CEO of SCK International Limited, which is an FMCG company. He started this company right after college because he wanted to do something different and something that mattered. And he always wanted to leave a legacy. And he has started two brands. His company today has about 100 employees with three different offices in Delhi, Bombay, and Bangalore. They have their own factory in Ahmedabad with about 70 distribution points. They sell two homegrown brands known as Kings and Harveys. Kings is a coffee which is ready to drink, available all over the India across different platforms like cinemas, airports, and supermarkets. And Harveys is a range of wafer biscuits, baking essence, and also health-based drinks which are also available all over India. And he also mentions his hobbies. He is an avid player of golf, squash, and cricket. During the college times also, he was very active in the dramatic club. He went for a number of quiz, represented the college at different levels. So Abhishek, it's our pleasure to have you with us, and I'm sure our students are looking forward to listen to you. Please unmute.
Yeah, I'm unmute now. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Firstly, I want to thank Amity University for this opportunity. I want to thank Dr. Balvinder Shukla. She's been there with us since the starting and the inception of this program. Sujata Khandai, ma'am. Though I don't know about her, but well, we supposed to thank her. So yeah, and. And then, Dr. Ruchika Jaiswal, ma'am, thank you so much, for organizing this. This was lovely. Though, we've just gotten to meet you, but I'm sure it would be wonderful to try another journey in Amity with you. And my favorite, Ruchi Khandelwal, ma'am. Ma'am, I just connected with you a few days back, and, it's still a wonderful experience. Your lectures still remnants in my mind, and I still feel that they were one of the best lectures I got. ऐसा नहीं लगता था कि कभी बोर हो गए हैं, लगता था कि वो what a wonderful feeling studying marketing from you. So thank you so much for all of it.
Thank you.
I want to do something different. Can I tell everybody to unmute for 10 seconds if that's possible? Is that I'm just requesting. If it's not possible, then it's still okay.
Yes, of course it's possible. I don't know how
Just
many of them. Okay.
Just 10 seconds.
Students, please, if possible, everybody unmute yourself. I hope you are not sitting in a noisy surrounding.
That's okay, even if they are. For 10 seconds, I want everybody to unmute, guys. And what I want you to do is, let's have a round of applause for all of you who've joined Amity. And well done. Please do not, second guess Amity at all. Why? Because when I entered Amity, I had this thought कि यार DU जाना चाहिए था, इतनी दूर कैसे travel करेंगे? All these thoughts in my mind, and I was an 18-year-old with so many thoughts. I didn't even know if I was doing the right thing or not. But it changed. Everything changed. As soon as I entered orientation program, I see a third-year student hosting the entire event, and I had goosebumps. I had never seen anything like that. In my school, we never had students taking anything like this. There was always the teachers doing it for us. And I saw that, Amity is giving this opportunity to third-year students. It was a lovely experience. In this guy, Nikhil Saha was speaking so fluently. His vocab was so articulate. I felt that this is what I want to be. I thought when I will join college, it's going to be about masti. It's going to be about entertainment. It's going to be about roaming around. No, there was a paradigm shift for me. This word was used by Alka Munjal ma'am in the orientation. I'm sure she uses it like the director from Three Idiots, and that's a particular thing she uses in every lecture of hers whenever there's a new session that starts. Tell me, ma'am, if I'm wrong, Ruchi ma'am. I'm sure that's a particularly long one. Anyway, so, she spoke about this paradigm shift, and she said that, there's going to be a paradigm shift in your life if you focus for these 3 years. And I was like, really? Ab college aake bhi focus karna padega. It's all about fun, entertainment, but Amity changed it all. The sense of independence to driving far off, had never done that, driving yourself, and then reaching college and studying through projectors for the first time. In school, you've always opened your books and teachers like, ye padho, wo padho. It's just been a normal lecture where you don't understand kya ho raha hai, kya nahi ho raha, and you're sleepy. But Amity was different for me. Amity felt that, it's all practical. It is all about learning something new. That was the difference. And guys, trust me, these 3 years are going to be amazing for you. It's going to be an amazing journey. Jo campus life you can get in Amity, I am telling you, will not get it in any college possible. The huge campus is so overwhelming. Going to different canteens just to eat food, that's also an experience in itself. So I entered college. I had a different thought set. I changed my mindset completely, and I started focusing. And soon I realized that I was a part of a dramatics club. I was hosting events. I was being part of, organizing events for the college. A student which was always sitting on the back seat in school had no idea what is going to be the next lecture or a period. Suddenly I'm in front of things. I'm enjoying everything. So that got a certain change in my life. What Amity taught me is how to dress up. Today, when I get up, I wear a nice crisp shirt, I wear a nice pair of pants, and I walk into my office like I'm a Superman. And that is because of the fact that Amity taught me how to be like that. It taught me discipline. It taught me, how to speak to people, how to present yourself. These are basic things which, most of the colleges will not teach you. And I felt lovely. So coming to my journey, I was an average student, like most of us in this panel, and I was a 6.5 CGPA student, never about studying. First year of college, a couple of teachers tell me to read few books. And, I was never about reading books. I was like, what is this? People read books as well? हम तो टीवी देखते हैं सिर्फ यार, टीवी देख के टाइम पास कर लेते हैं. What is this concept of reading books? And I'm telling you, Amity taught me how to read books. Guys, you might feel this is boring right now, but trust me, it changed my life. Every book I read, it changed my life. How it changed my life? I read a few books. I'm going to take few names, and I guess you guys should note it down because maybe they're from my generation, like a few years back, but they'll help you. They're like gold mines. So I read Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I read, Freakonomics. I read 7 Habits of Effective People, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. All these books were all about, how to be successful, how to be more effective, and success wasn't just the final destination. It was about the journey as well, in which they spoke about. So, I got all this just being in that college. My first conversation about the stock market was in Amity. I didn't even know what was a stock market. I didn't even know there were blue chip companies. मेरे को लगा कि उनको blue chip बनाते होंगे इसलिए वो blue chip companies हैं. But actually they were not blue chip companies because वो blue chip बनाते. They are the biggest companies. I learned about Sensex. I learned about how to create a company. That's all what Amity was about for me. Yes, it was about making friends. It was about connections. It was about knowing better people. And guys, one piece of advice for all of you: please make good friends who are who don't drag you down, who are not who are not trying to push you to just party and enjoy and have fun. Choose your friends wisely. You are what your people around you. Okay, so it's important to have good people around you, so they will teach you something or the other, which is good. And the good part about Amity was ki ratta nahi marna. It's all about being practical. It is all about being there. So coming back to my journey, so 6 months, 1 year into college, and I was doing dramatics. I was hosting events, and along with that, I started a gig. A small gig on the side where I could make some money. I told my parents that I want to borrow some money from you. I want to invest in the market. I did a multi-marketing job as well for some time. So guys, my advice to all of you is please, agar kharcha karna hai, to kamana padega. From day one, it's all about, you come to a business college, you got to make money. So you have to do all of this. So my advice to all of you is start a small gig, start something that is different, maybe take up a small job along with it. It'll help you get perspective of life. The first money you earn will be a different feeling. When you fill that tank with your own money, it'll feel good, that petrol tank. It'll feel good that, you've done something good for yourself. So when I was in college, I was doing this small gig along with that as well. And I was, taking part in everything. I was busy. I was working 18 hours a day, including college and working throughout. And itni energy thi ki neend hi nahi aati thi. Used to feel ki I could do more. Why am I not spending enough time on maybe studying or doing something else as well? So, college is about achieving whatever you haven't achieved in school. It's about breaking all the shackles. Do whatever you feel is the best, and I'm sure you'll get it. But along with that, you gotta have discipline, you gotta have purpose. And like our friend Praveer said, passion is the most important thing. You know, I'm telling you, if you have passion for the things you do, your work will be entertainment. My work is entertainment. I get up at around 5:36 in the morning. I'm in my office by 8:39, and trust me when I say this, I don't want to go back home. I don't want to go back home, though I want to maintain the equilibrium of personal and business life. But I love my work. I want to do it. So when I was there in Amity, I had, made some money along the side. I was hosting events and everything. And then I realized that, now is the time to think about what you want to do in the future. मन में एक ही ध्यान था, धंधा करना है, धंधा करना है और कुछ नहीं करना. You gotta make money and you gotta do it the right way. Create some kind of legacy. The first time when I got to know about the market, I thought, what if my company has an IPO? What if my company is listed? There are 5,000 companies that are listed. Imagine you're one of them. It gives me shivers still talking about it, and it used to give me shivers back then as well. My teachers used to tell me how you can go for an IPO, what is the turnover you need, what are the kind of things you want to do to a journey to create a company which is listed. So these are the kind of things we were talking and studying while we were in college. And plus I was doing dramatics, so it was a good thing. As soon as I ended college, and daddy's like, ab to kal se business mein aana hai. And I got a shock of my life. I was like, really? So my father was a successful businessman, but when I went there in the next 20 days, I realized that this was not for me. This was not for me. I wanted to do something that can create some kind of legacy. And I started my own company, and by the name of SCK International, where I used to, sell olive oil and pasta in my own car. So I was the accountant, I was the delivery boy, I was the salesman, I was everything in that company. And on the side, I was doing it while I was there in my father's business. 1 year I did that, and I realized that, now it's time to do my own thing. Today, by the grace of God, we employ over 100 people. I know I'm just 32-year-old. Our target is to, be the largest FMCG company of the country. But it was a wonderful experience, and the journey is amazing. Why? Because when you do it yourself, like Praveer said, there's a 5-year, journey where you change your business and everything. That's his success model. That's his way of doing it. But like Warren Buffett said, that there is no particular success model. I feel get your focus in, show the world that this is what I believe in, this is what I can do, and you will achieve it. There is no bloody way you cannot achieve it. And while I was doing it, I had major struggles. I had to attend my first exhibition in Germany. I didn't have money for tickets. I was struggling to get my first ticket as well for my first exhibition. But somehow I managed, and I took some loans from my friends. I took some. I sold whatever things my mom dad had bought for me, chupke se, so that they don't get to know that I'm doing all of this. But in the end, it was all worth it, because not only I doubled almost all of it. I feel that it's just that rush which comes in you when you talk about doing your own business is amazing. So when I was doing this, I started my company and I was trading for other people. I was getting brands into the country, and I was making them into brands into the country, like small brands from Italy, Spain, Dubai, Singapore, and I was making them into After 4 years, I realized that why should I make someone else's brand when I can do it myself? Why not make your own brand? That was the day I started my 2 brands. And today, by the grace of God, we are there in almost every retail chain, every supermarket, cinemas. You go watch movies, you'll see King's Coffee there. You go to an airport, you're traveling, you'll see my coffee there. Sorry, I'm in your face all the time, but that's how it is, and it feels good. And sitting with the top CEOs of the country, talking about them, about their journeys, my journey, it's a feeling that makes you feel that yes, we can do even better than that. And let me tell you one story that changed my life. So I was at the Bombay Stock Exchange. Luckily, my brother-in-law had a listing done for his company. I went there again. I went there again to experience that feeling when the person was giving that speech about his company. Why I went there again was because I was imagining myself standing on that stage and giving that speech to the people and my company and my employees and my family. I was thanking my mother. I was thanking all the people, though I haven't done it, but I was thanking people in my dreams. So what I'm trying to tell you is that whatever you think, you can achieve it. It's a matter of time. Keep on working hard. The harder you work in the dark, the more light is going to spread. So make sure you're working very hard and think smart. That's the most important thing. I always used to tell my teachers, I'm not here for studying. I'm not here to get my marks. I'm here to learn something new. Until date, I'm learning something new. I never had the chance to do my MBA, but I've just enrolled myself for an MBA. I'm going for a third language. So life is all about a process where you learn every minute and you want to be better for yourself. Today, my company is selling online. I didn't have any idea about selling online. I'm taking an internet marketing course for it. This is completely new for me. मेरे को ऐसा लगा कि I've become 80 years old. I don't know how to use all this stuff. And I felt that, oh, maybe I'll just fall back in my industry if I don't do this. So I'm doing all of this just to achieve something new every day. So my suggestion to all of you is keep on striving hard, keep on making it big. Please remember that the college and the foundation which you've gotten right now is the best. Don't second guess it. Whenever you say that you are graduated from Amity, say it with the most amount of pride in your heart, because that will show your confidence to the world. Trust me, when I say that I am from Amity and people say they're from Harvard, they feel as if I have done something better than them. It's because of the fact that I have that confidence in me. And all I'm requesting to all of you is show that confidence. And people around you, we are always available. If you want to talk to us, if you have any kind of thought, we're always there. Your teachers are amazing. I must have gone to Ruchi ma'am 1,000 times and spoken about all the crap in the world, which didn't make sense at that time. But yes, those are my thoughts. Those are my feelings, which I had to cater at that point of time when I was in college. Have the focus. Make sure if something works for you, do it. Find your passion. Like Parveez said, passion is very, very important. And most importantly, you're in the best hands. God bless you all. Take care. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. In fact, I could feel that level of energy which you may be having at the time of your graduation. Students, I would take question answers round at a later stage. And without investing any more time, I would like to invite Samir. We wanted to invite him earlier, but somehow there was some network connectivity issue. So Samir was born and brought up in Kanpur, Uttar Pradesh. He is an ASB finance major, pass out in 2009. And he has joined his family business, which is the manufacturers of India's largest cattle feed under the brand name of Kapila or Milko More. After working with that brand for 5 years, he did an MBA at Hult International Business School, Boston, US, and graduated in finance majors. And he came back from US, joined the business again, and is helping in the expansion and new product development. In 2017, he started with another brand by the name of Kapila Sampurna. And he is right now involved continuously and very aggressively expanding in different regions in India with better and premium products. So, Samir, I would just like to tell you one thing before I invite you to speak, that I have seen your advertisements of that Kapula Pashu Ahar. In fact, I see it every day in the news channels. And when Ruchi ma'am said that we are inviting you, so I was like, wow. So I'm sure a lot of other people may have also seen, but I never knew that they are from one of our product only. So Samir, I would request you to please share your experience and some learnings with our young entrepreneurs.
Thank you so much, Ruchika ma'am, for an introduction. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay, yes. Hello, everyone. I'm really thankful to MET School of Business for inviting me here today. And it's a really, nice gesture to show their love for us and, recalling, calling again to, interact with the new people. So, and, we can't thanks enough to our professor, those who are, here or those who are not. But thank you so much for, making us a better human. So, I'm not just going to, give some preach or, tell something unusual. I'm just going to narrate my own story so that, I could be more real in sharing my experiences. So, as I heard that orientation is there. So, I still remember my days in orientation. I was a very, from a small town, a very scared boy, aloof, shy, and was feeling a little inferior about a lot of, things, hundreds of students were there. So I was a little inferior about entire situation. But then, one thing which kept me going was, the background I'm coming from and the skill set I had and my excitement of being in college and starting the most important journey of my life. I guess this is not me, but everyone in this panel will here agree today that college is one of the best place to learn, to create memories and bringing the best out of ourselves. So, I stepped out for the first time by myself in 2006 when, I had to come to MET for admission in this hope that, this is going to make me a complete transformed man. And yes, it did change me 360 degree. It made me independent, courageous, and of course, confident. So, just be open to, a lot of, you might find yourself good in something, but then, once you are here, so you might realize people may be better what you do. So just be open to changes in your college life. This will help you open your head and help you see the future more clearly. As a student, when we moved out of our houses, our comfort zone, then we understand how challenging is going to be. But this is what we need. This is what keep us going for the next 3 years and after that. And yes, by enrolling to this program, you anyways took first step to building up your career, or a step towards your professional life, or getting ready to enter in the corporate world as well. And, mostly students probably at the end of second year will develop the sense of, after getting graduate plans. And later on, they will focus on probably more on start shaping up their dreams into reality. And most of us will probably, decide what they want to, do after the end of second year, probably what subject they will choose. Some might, aim for a job, some might aim for their own family businesses, and some might start their own startup. But whatever you do after college life gets over, just definitely, just work for 2 to 3 years to fit into that world and give you more clarity where you want to head. This will definitely going to help you 100% in realizing the best, to sort out your, career goals. So, as a second year, when I was in second year, I realized that finances are very scary to me. I was not very good in numbers, but then I thought, it's okay. The operational part was okay. All these parts were okay. But then finance and account is something which, really started scaring me. And so I thought, boss, if I really want to, come back and join my business and to sit with people who, good with numbers, who, straight away just share the numbers, then I have to, just take up this. So I just thought to why not to just, pick the finance. So, which is now helping me. So remember just, passing out shouldn't be the only choice to go ahead. Pick what is the most important for your future, because grades might just tell you your level of intelligence, but they cannot make you a, it's not a measure to make you an entrepreneur or a, complete man, which is, overcoming your fears. So choose what is going to help you in building your career, not just the grades. So in next 3 years, you will learn or develop new skill set by observing people who are better from you, or taking help from your teachers, or shape up, what you really want to see in future. And I would recommend everyone, I don't know if Sangathan is still happening, or now Aura is merged with, main fest. But then I would request everyone, take up all these extracurricular activity for sure. Be it, there was business fest used to happen where we, go to Christ Bangalore, other different colleges to, play those, business fest. So I would definitely recommend everyone to, just go and see the kind of competitiveness student you'll get there. It amazed me, the kind of people I met with, and it really helped me improvising as a student and as an entrepreneur. One must sure participate in all such activity, and of course the best part was you get ODs also. So that's a one motivation as well. And so once you I would suggest just pick up good set of friends and mixed set of friends as well, not just people who only study. Just pick up people who good in sports or who go out usually. Do some just not keep you physically fit, but also mentally and emotionally fit as well, because in these 3 years you will have a pressure to study and perform good academically, but this will help you dealing your pressure in a right way, so that once you start managing and balancing this pressure of study or to perform well in sports or any other curricular activity, and so then it will help you keeping you calm and be in a right frame, will help you tackling and make you more patient individual after you graduate. I always follow one rule in my life. Doesn't matter how the situation is, you can only find the solution or judge it when you're best in your mind frame. So I guess that is very important, that you should balance both your academic and extracurricular life. So generally you will hear even people who are physically fit, even right now in most in the corporate world, people are very fit. They work out, they design their schedule in such a way that they do yoga, but then still they don't have get most of the right frame of mind. They never get realized, because sometimes they too fail to maintain that patience and their calmness in their routine life. So it's just this, I guess. I would congratulate everyone and have a wonderful 3 years. Make memories, make friends, learn, teach, be humble, be thankful, and be kind. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Ruchi ma'am, you want to say something?
Yes, thank you so much, Sameer. Like you said that, it is very important to realize what is good in oneself and make the best use of it. So we've seen how you've tried to grow your business, and Abhishek was just talking about the IPO. I think you are also at the same stage.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Yes, yes.
somewhere, your life cycles are also matching, and
Right.
It's really nice to hear, how you have progressed, and from a very, very shy and reserved guy, now you've become a very open-minded director, and who's not just managing teams, but who's also trying to build new connections that can take your business to new heights. So very nice to listen to you. Thank you so
Aman.
much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sameer. So next, I would like to
Thank you.
invite Raghav. Raghav has been waiting for all along. Raghav, but that's the disadvantage of being the junior most. So Raghav is a very dynamic individual. He is also in a similar kind of a business. He is currently the managing director at Balchand Cotspin Private Limited, where they are involved in the trading of agricultural produce, mainly cotton supply. So I mean, they are in the same field, means related field, agricultural related field. And Raghav is has been appointed by the government for an administrator which is facilitating social and development work in the Bangar Khera village in Punjab. He is also a passionate farmer with where he has orchards of citrus fruits and several cash crops. He was one of the youngest to become director on the traders panel of Indian Cotton Association Limited. He has also completed a course which was facilitated by American Cotton Shippers Association. He did his BBA from ASB, and after that he did his MSc from University of Bath with a scholarship in 2011-12. So we are really fortunate enough, Raghav, that we have such a multi-talented person with us. So Raghav, I would request you to please share your experiences with us.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. All the teachers and all the alumni and all the new students who are joining in ASB soon enough. I think following such amazing speakers, it's quite difficult as to what to cover and what not to say, because I think I'm inspired truly by all the other speakers that have spoken before me. However, I think I'd probably try and sum up some of the things that everyone has pretty much talked about. Just to start with, if I was to, I mean, I'll probably give you a brief about myself. When, as a teenager, I was weighing different plethoras of options that, from law to hotel management and BBA. I was very eager to do it all. And funny enough, I got through all of the above courses as well, which didn't make choosing any easier for me. However, looking back, I'm quite happy that I chose and stuck with what I did and with my instincts when I joined in BBA at Amity. Because in the formative years, the course was a foundation which much needed for what I could build on in the future. A sort of jack of all trades, if you please, only to realize which trade to best master and hone further. Personally, for me, a master's degree was a no-brainer. So I knew I had to develop a sturdy foundation, which Amity most certainly provided. I remember when I was in BBA, it was a well-rounded course where I most certainly it equipped me with all the ammo that I needed to venture in the life. Even handling development works, as ma'am told you about, that I was I'm actually I'm a sarpanch, which is a government officiated position that I'm in. I'm managing the entire panchayat, where my education certainly is making a real tangible difference in many lives in the village itself and surrounding area. After my masters, I worked in UK for a year with NHS, National Services, that is. Then I was supposed to go to work in DHL in Bonn. But however, life pleases, and it took a complete 360-degree for me. And I had to get totally involved in my family business, which was agricultural produce trading and microfinancing, and a lot to do with cotton, which I certainly did not know anything about. So I was a marketing major in ASB when I was there, and a business development manager in the service experience that I was doing in UK. And suddenly I had to do all things finance, all supply operations, and I mean, it was a challenge. It was a challenge. But looking back, I was probably able to do it all because thanks to what I had, the learning I had gained from the college, which aided me during my daily life, daily business life. So all of you guys, just good advice, pay attention to your karma classes, cost accounting management, all of it, it's very important. However, jokes apart, my takeaway for something I did not pay much attention to when I was in class, as a speaker before me was also mentioning that finance is very important. That's something I knew that I would probably, I didn't know if I would be using it later in my life. But again, all of these scenarios, be it HR, be it finance, because even for HR, like I'm managing more than 400 people at the moment. So that's something really aiding me right now. And again, I would like to reiterate that the whole position of the course of BBA being so well-rounded and curated in a way that it gives you complete structure for all businesses. That's something which is really helpful. So any course or college, I mean, is pretty much as good as what you make it to be, and how you curate it to your own, according to your own goals. So during my years at Amity, when I was looking for more, I was very inquisitive. I was looking for something new all the time, and again, time seemed like it was a lesser thing in the day, and I wanted to do more and more. So we were trying to do, I don't know, ma'am, if Ideate is still there, if the entrepreneurship cell is still working in ASB or not. But that's something that we'd founded when I was there in college. And I'd encourage all of you guys to do something like on the lines of entrepreneurship cell or Aura for that matter, or any of these other activities, extracurricular activities, because again, it builds character, it gives you more to do when you go out into the real world. It prepares you for all of the things that is to come to you, where you're getting a practical know-how, how to manage different activities and so on. So then later, I mean, again, when I was studying, I was working again with the student organization called ISEC, and which is amazing to teach you what there is more to only your own cocoon that you know about, and the vast networks you can really get into. And so later I got a scholarship for semester abroad from ASB in UK, where I learned firsthand of how to interact with international and multicultural networks and learn how their methods of doing things are. Also, how I would probably level up to their international standards. So gain all the learnings from wherever you can. My father used to always say this to me: explore all you can, even though can is not a must. Uh, so just remember that part, and I think gauge yourself into whatever you can and plunge yourself into it and try different things that you probably will not do otherwise, because this is the time when you can bounce things off a wall and see what sticks with you. On a lighter note, few of us, I remember from college when we were there together, before each semester paper, we used to go watch a movie. So just remember, some such things are like a must as well. Relieve stress, because it's one of the biggest problem there is at the moment with everyone in all parts of their life. So it just, such things probably will just help you, aid you, prepare better for the later life. Learn to enjoy the smallest joys, and then life will just be a breeze. Like there was, I think, Balli Maggie was like the biggest pleasure for us when we were there in college that time. Now there will be different challenges when you have to sway from your conventional knowledge of how to do things and how it's really done. Like that's different from when you get out of the college and went to the real world, or when you're in college you learn how to do different things, and then, or from previously when you've come from school and then you're doing your studies or work during your college time as well. In our orientation speech, I remember Alka Munjal ma'am mentioned to us, you need to unlearn what you know and learn what you can from here. So just I would like to reiterate and tell you guys, and I think it's one of the things that stuck by me from for very long, that you need to keep on going with the change. Change is pretty much the constant, and you need to learn how to better manage it or get ahead of it. So an instance that I can share with you is when I started trading cotton. The textile industry being an age-old trade, many things are just how they are. Like just for an example, like crores of trade being made with just a confirmation from one phone call. Okay, I'm confirming the bargain, and the other line says, okay, I'm confirming the bargain as well, and you're done with it. And this was very odd to me, for my experience before in the work life was pretty much documenting everything that is being traded between two parties and so on. So what I'm really trying to say is, in many instances, you realize there is a difference of work culture, patterns, anything that is your normal. So in those times, you should be open-minded enough to inculcate your know-how with what normal is for those in trade previously, and that will define you as the leader. So essentially, not taking much of time, my takeaways that I'd probably give you is, firstly, change is sort of a constant. So always bear that in mind, and get on with change management. Secondly, networking is paramount to growth, and to grow internally and externally. So try doing different activities with your education, definitely. So that'll help you grow your network and build your character as well. Don't get bogged down by any missed opportunity. There is something better, probably always something better following soon or waiting for you the other side. So just remember to take the plunge when the opportunity shows itself to you. Lastly, I would say that whenever I've been stuck, I stick with one motto that my sister, I think Pravir, I think she was your classmate as well, Radhika Sharda. So she says this to me all the time, and I think it's stuck by me, that there is always a solution, you just haven't found it. So yeah, just go by that, and I think enjoy your time, enjoy the 3 years that you have at BBA at Amity. I think it's a wonderful organization, and you have a wonderful set of people to go through it. So congratulations and all the best.
Thank you so much, Raghav. I really can vouch for the fact that after I have listened to all of you, I do, as a part of this institution, take pride in what we have been able to achieve. So that's really a moment of pride for all the teachers who have joined us today. And yes, Raghav, what you said is, something that, again, these young minds have to focus on, that, life can throw different opportunities and different challenges at you. So you need to always flow with the wind, and you need to always remember that there is a solution. It just depends on how long is the tunnel, but the tunnel will end and you will see the light of the day. So yes, of course, I mean, personally also I'm going through certain things where I do have that particular hope going on within me that yes, I mean, one day will come when this darkness is going to end and I will get what I want. So that's really nice hearing that, coming from you. And yes, like ma'am said, you are the most junior here, but certainly in terms of what you had said, you don't seem to be a junior anymore. You have graduated in the school of life, and those words of wisdom, I think, will stay with our students for 3 years that they are going to spend with us. I would like to take up certain questions from the students, and I would also like to invite my dear colleagues, if they wish to say anything to our alumni, or if they wish to ask anything to our alumni. Anybody from the faculty, please, if you have anything to ask or anything to say or wish them, please feel free to do that. Bilal, you can unmute yourself and ask your question.
Hello, sir. My question to Abhishek, sir.
Hi, Bilal. Sorry, I was on mute. Please tell me.
Yes. So actually, what inspired you to develop your idea, and how have your priorities changed from when you first started?
Okay. So, like I said, that if you love something, it'll become entertainment for you. I was a foodie when I was in college. From the Maggie on the street to the famous sandwiches at the, the tea shop. You guys will visit the tea shop if you go. It's the famous tea shop of Noida. So I was a foodie there. Then itself, I knew that I wanted to do something in food, and I had very clear focus that this is what I want to do. Uh, I had a friend who used to sell olive oil and olives, and I told him that, bhai udhar dega. So he said, nahi, koi udhar nahi hai. So, and yes, that was a shocker for me because we were friends for the longest time, but I said, no problem, I'll arrange the money. And that was the time first I took the first shipment from him and started selling. And that from one shipment, it turned out to my own brand. I don't even know when, though it was a lot of hard work and, a lot of struggle. But yes, it was an amazing feeling when you're choosing the design for your coffee bottle and you're sitting down with 10 people who are giving different perspective about what to do, what not to do, and you're still trying to do what you want to do. And you are sure that this will succeed. There are more senior people to you who are giving you advice that don't start your brand. Are you crazy? You don't have the money for it. I didn't listen to anyone. Do what you feel is best, Bilal. I'm telling you, there'll be people who will pull you down. There'll be people who will say that you can't achieve this. No, that's not right. I feel you can achieve anything under the sun. You want to be a rocket scientist? Trust me, you can be a rocket scientist. You want to be the president of the country, you can be the president of the country. Failures do not stop us at all, and failures are part of us. I started 2 or 3 small cloud kitchen restaurants as well. I failed in all of them because I was a foodie. I wanted to do another venture along with that. I failed in all of them, but I don't care. It just motivated me more to focus on what I had. Of course, in your journey, you will make the mistakes. And talking about the transformation, yes, I was a kid where, I didn't care about whatever was coming my way because my father had money. But, the sense of achievement, when I went for 20 days and my father told me to carry his bag every day, I felt, yaar, ye thodi humiliation ho gaya, though he's your own father. But हम भी पढ़ लिख के आए हैं, हम कोई बिना पढ़े लिखे थोड़ी हैं. So, you feel that sense of urge in yourself that yes, I want to do this for myself, no one else. I feel that journey sometimes is lonely because you will have to skip that one night where friends are telling you let's go party out at night and you're like nahi yaar, kal subah presentation deni hai, kal subah aise customer se milna hai, where you don't have the answer straight as well, but you will have to do that. And maybe this journey alone for some time is important for you to realize what you actually are. It's all about building yourself. And like I said, even today I'm trying to build myself, from getting up at 10:30 and rushing for the first class, where you're always suspended for the first class in Amity as well, to getting up at 5:36 is a sheer lot of change. Though I still struggle to keep my exercising and my health activities up because of the long hours of working. But yes, that's an equilibrium you need to maintain. Please remember that the word equilibrium is very important in life, whether it's family, yourself, or your business. I feel that that is achieved and you will succeed. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Abhishek. That was really something which came straight from heart. And like Abhishek said, Bilal, I mean, even if you fail, don't worry. Apply a little plaster of passion and do it again. So next time, I'm sure you will be successful. Okay. Any more questions do we have from the audience? Or any of the faculty members if they wish to say anything? Okay. So with that, we come to the end of our event today, and I would like to call Dr. Priya Solomon. She's again a known face to, I think, both of you except Praveer. I'm sorry, Sameer had to leave a little early because he had a meeting. It was Saturday, so he had to wind up a few things on the weekend. So I'm sorry if the audience had any questions to Sameer. You can just post them to us, and we will get the answers for you. So Priya ma'am, may I please invite you to propose a vote of thanks for our lovely audience and for our very own lovable alumni.
I'm honored to thank them and get this opportunity of thanking each one of them. So first of all, to begin with, on behalf of our beloved founder president, sir, our very own honorable and charismatic chancellor, sir, our esteemed vice chancellor, ma'am, and our esteemed director, ma'am. I thank each one of you children. My children, I say, because for me, you will remain my children and my kids, right? And therefore, Praveer, Sachin, Abhishek, Sameer, Raghav, I thank you on behalf of my faculty, on behalf of the management, from the core of our heart.
Thank you,
For gracing this occasion and coming online. We all have learned as our young students who have joined and are going to start the journey at Amity. I tried to pen down some of the mantras which my lovely kids have given online today. Sachin, I can see you. I'm thankful to you also, Sachin. So the first mantra which I tried to pen down was, which should be a lesson for the children to grab and to follow, is to be passionate about what you do. Be just passionate about whatever you want to do. Second one, which I think so Sachin spelled out, was take challenges as they come and make decisions which have long run implications on society and the people around you. Take care of them as if they are your own, right? Third, I think so this was Abhishek who spoke about the paradigm shift. Take these days of college as the days which will bring about a paradigm shift in your life. Do what you believe in and you will make it. Be focused and keep learning, lifelong learning. Make it a habit. Inculcate that habit in yours. Then I think so Sameer spoke about being open to changes. Move out of your comfort zone, right? And try to participate in all the extracurricular activities that are going around you in college and university. Of course, I know just now you are on digital mode, but there are activities taking place online. Children, have a proper work-life balance. And last but not the least, Raghav spoke about numbers being extremely important, problem solving, critical analytical building. All that is very, very important. So just explore and learn from all opportunities and do networking. Networking is the key to success and future life, and find solutions. Make change management a habit of yours and enjoy. He also spoke of small joys which you have with college mates and which will become memories. Drinking coffees, some of the students have asked, students of ours have said. And he spoke about Maggie, enjoying Maggie, and he even told you the point at which you get it. It's so lovely, Raghav. So each one of you, each one of them, try to give you a direction as to your future path, future days to come. So children, enjoy your days as they come to you from day one of yours in Amity and your own ASB. So God bless you, all my alumni. I thank you for coming online and fall back on your alma mater, Amity University and Amity School of Business, whoever you need us ever in life. We are a click away now that we are on digital platform. Goodbye. Namaste.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Pleasure is all ours, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah, it was our pleasure, ma'am. It was so lovely meeting all of you, and best of luck, guys. I hope you'll have a wonderful future at Amity.
Yes. All the best. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for joining, all of you.
Thank you so much, everybody. It was indeed a pleasure to have you all with us. And I just have one last closing line. I hope we meet again, but in a physical setting over a cup of coffee.
Absolutely.
Thank you. So,
Thank you so
Ruchi
much.
ma'am,
Yes, we
Ruchi ma'am,
can
please,
close the session.
yeah, please stop the recording.
Yes, I know.
Thank you so much, Ruchika ma'am. Thank you so much, Ruchi ma'am. Thank you so much, all the alumni